Peace, family. I hope all is well. I hope tonight is Friday. It's Friday. It is December 2nd. I am still in Sierra Leone, having a good time, guys, enjoying Sierra Leone. To tour today. Today was the last day of the tour. They still have not announced the actual ceremony date. The actual ceremony date for when everybody will have their swearing in and receive their passports. We did biometrics yesterday, actually. Again, we did biometrics yesterday. So the actual swearing in ceremony is going to be soon. We are looking forward to it. We're going to have some new Sierra Leoneans. In fact, where's my Sierra Leone passport at? It's around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. But everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you are not a subscriber. And we have a few announcements before we get started. As always, listen, if you have not bought the documentary In Search of Uhuru, again, if you have not purchased the documentary In Search of Uhuru, please, I need you to go to searchforuhuru.com. I need you to go to searchforuhuru.com and buy the documentary. Again, I need you to go to searchforuhuru.com and support and buy the documentary. When you watch this after the stream, during the stream, go to the site, buy the documentary. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat room. Okay, also, tours, Senegal. Don't tell nobody. I always keep saying this. I'm going to continue to whisper this, okay? I'm going to continue to whisper this. All right, do not tell anybody. Once again, do not tell anybody, but Senegal is my favorite country. With that being said, I would love to take you all to Senegal. So with that being said, once again, May 21st through the 30th. May 21st through the 30th, we are going to Senegal, and I would love for you all to join me. Make sure you go to Danfo, DANFO, .Africa. Again, Danfo.Africa to get more details on the tour. Again, go to Danfo.Africa to learn more about the tour's bag. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Greatly appreciate it. Again, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. What else do we have here? That's it for the announcements. You know, after we speak on the topic, we're going to get to the actual. No, shout out some of our sponsors. Shout out some of our sponsors once we after we discuss the topic. California, y'all. California. That you should apply for Senegalese citizenship. We'll talk about that later. But California, listen, y'all. California, reparations. Looks like black folks in California. If you guys don't know, I was born and raised in California, Sacramento, California to be exact. Went to Christian Brothers High School off of MLK Junior Drive in the hood in Oak Park. The Californians might now. Somebody in the chat room said, "Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second." There we go. Bam. Sorry about that, guys. The Wi-Fi here at the hotel, the Radisson Blu here in Freetown, usually is on point, but it hasn't been on point this trip. So the Wi-Fi has been struggle-fi here on this trip. So guys, please forgive me on that for the technical difficulty. But like someone said, let me read this comment earlier. Hold on 1 second. I hope black folks don't fall for this scam. This is the latest tactic by the Democrats to keep black folks voting for Democrats. I mean, you never know, because you might have some truth there, because it seems like the whole student loan forgiveness obviously was a ploy to keep y'all voting, to keep you guys continue to voting for Democrat, when that wasn't going to fly from the beginning. I think everybody knew that. A lot of people who just know better knew that student loan forgiveness was not going to fly. So, Joe Biden even presenting that or offering that, a lot of folks knew that. There was folks saying they ain't going to fly, and from what it seems, it's not. So can this reparation situation be the same thing? Is it being used as a ploy to get black folks to continue voting Democrat, when in reality there might be a possibility where black folks won't get it? But listen, I'm from California. I'm gonna wish for the best. I'm gonna hope for the best. I hope it gets passed, because hey, I don't mind getting some reparations. California panel estimates $569 billion in reparations is owed to black residents. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed legislation in 2020 to form a task force to study reparations for black residents. What's crazy? This task force in California has done more in regards to reparations. This reparation-specific task force in California has done more in regards to, studying reparations than the task force on a federal level. A California task force studying the long-term effects of slavery and systemic racism on black residents in the state has estimated a whopping $569 billion reparations owed to the descendants of enslaved people, according to a report. The 9-member panel concluded that black Californians whose ancestors were in the U.S. in the 19th century are due $223,200 each due to housing discrimination practices utilized from 1933 to 1977, the New York Times reported. The work of the Reparations Task Force, which was created by legislation Governor Gavin Newsom signed in 2020, and the potential payouts represent the largest reparations effort in recent history. We are looking at reparations on a scale that is the largest since Reconstruction. Jovan Scott Lewis, a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, who was one of the 9 members, told the Times. The task force hopes to shrink the wealth gap between white and black Californians. Wow, hold on. This is, guys, listen to this. Nationwide, black households have a median wealth of $24,100, which pales in comparison to white households where the median wealth is $188,200. According to the most recent Federal Reserve Board survey of consumer finances cited by the paper. That's like an 8 times difference. A history of housing discrimination against black California makes up a significant portion of the compensation the panel recommends. Several black communities were bought out or seized through eminent domain to be bulldozed for infrastructure projects, according to the panel's findings. The government often offer black homeowners less money than what they paid to purchase their houses and forced them out, the Times reported. In addition to housing discrimination, the panel has targeted 4 other areas of study: reparation, unjust property procedures, the valuation of black businesses, and healthcare. The Reparations Task Force will release a report with the final dollar amounts next year. However, the 9 members who have been conducting interviews and compiling data for months can only make recommendations to the state. The California legislature must decide what to do with those recommendations and whether to throw political support and funding behind distributing reparations to the descendants of black enslaved residents. The panel is also evaluating how reparations could be delivered. The options include direct cash payments or tuition and housing grants, according to the Times. That's going to be interesting. So there it is, guys. Do you think black folks in California are going to get reparations? That's the question. Do you think black folks? Of course, you're welcome to the stage. Twitch level 115. Yes, you can say. Do you think black folks in California are going to get reparations? You got a point there, just as useful as the homeless corpse in California. Now, Maxine Waters had promised like $1 billion to end in homelessness, like maybe 7 years ago. And homelessness has gotten worse. Homelessness has gotten worse in California. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. Man, what about Ye? Well, we'll talk about Ye on another show. But everyone, let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors, brother Abube Okoli of the Okoli Law Group. Listen, guys, whatever legal needs that you might have, let's blow this up full screen. There we go. Whatever legal needs you might have in the Atlanta metro area, please reach out to brother Abube. 678-467-0810, 678-467-0810. Abube is a regular contributor to the channel. People love Abube for his how thorough he is and his intellect. Now, just imagine if you get into a legal situation and you need some help, how thorough he will be when it comes to your case. So once again, if you have any type of legal run-ins in Atlanta metro area, or even outside of that, I'm pretty sure, in fact, not pretty sure, I know Abube has a network outside of Atlanta of other lawyers that he could refer you to. Please reach out to Abube Okoli at the Okoli Law Group. Phone number 678-467-0810. With that being said, family, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Sorry about that. Again, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Search for Uhuru. Peace.